Hi guys, this is last week's lesson on multiplying decimals. And I'm just going to review the PowerPoint that I had done through class so that you can have this for your notes. So let's look at problem 1. Lucy Longlegs is a long-legged spider. Her legs are 2 3/10 centimeters long. How long are all her legs? Well, if you look at the picture, we see that we have a spider has 8 legs. So I'm going to write my number with the most digits on top, 2 3/10 times the 8. So multiply as if the decimal's not there. 8 times 3 is 24. We group by 2. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 2 is 18. Now I just count how many total decimal places I have in my problem. I only have one decimal point right there, so my answer is going to have one decimal place. And you can actually start from the back of your number and count over to know where to place your decimal point. Okay, problem 2. Lucy's brother, Larry Longlegs, has even longer legs, but he's missing one of his legs. Each of his legs are 3 7/10 meters long. How long are all his legs combined? Well, if he's missing a leg, that means I have to take one away. So if Lucy had 8 legs and Larry's missing a leg, that means he only has 7 legs. Each of Larry's legs are 3 7/10 centimeters long times the 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Group my 4. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 4, 25. Again, I still have one decimal point or one decimal place, so my answer has one decimal place. Okay, let's go to the next set of problems. In problem 3, Eduardo, the centipede, controls 2 6/10 square meters of his own yard. He wants to make that bigger by 3.2 times, or 3 2/10 times bigger. Okay, so 2 6/10 times 3 2/10. I'm lining my numbers up just as if there were no decimal places. In this number, though, we have a 6/10 and a 2/10. So my answer has to have 2 decimal places. All right, let's continue with our multiplying. 2 times 6 is 12. We group by 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, 5. Notice I don't carry my decimal points through when I'm doing my calculations. It all comes at the end. 0 as my placeholder. 3 times 6 is 18. I'm done with that one. Regroup the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 7. 2. 5 plus 8 is 13. 8. Okay. 2 decimal places. 1, 2. So my decimal point goes there. So once he increases his yard, he's going to have 8 32/100 meters to control. Problem 4. Eduardo hid 4 2/10 grams of food behind a wall in his house for secret keeping. If he had hidden 6 8/10 times that amount, how much would he have hidden altogether? Check that out. 4.2 times 6.8. 8 times 2 is 16. Group the 1. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 1, 33. Start my second row with a 0 as a placeholder. 6 times 2 is 12. I'm done with that one. Here's my other one. 6 times 4 is 24 plus the 1, 25. I'm adding them up. 6, 5, 8, 2. I have one decimal place and a second decimal place. So I have to have a total of 2 decimal places in my answer. 1, 2. He would have hidden 28 56/100. So let's just think about, is that reasonable? if I just look at the 4 and the 6, 4 times 6 is 24, and I'm multiplying more than 4 and more than 6. So yes, my answer makes sense at 28 and 56 hundredths. All right, we'll do one more problem together. Eduardo tracked through the mud and left trails. Each trail was 3 2/10 centimeter or meters long. He left 5 6/10 trails before disappearing behind a box. How far did he travel? All right. So 3 2/10 times 5 6/10. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18 plus the 1, 19. 0 is my placeholder. 5 times 2 is 10. So even though I have another 0, that's okay. Regroup the 1. 5 times 3 is 15. 16 plus with the 1. Add them. 2, 9, 7, 1, 2 decimal places. So he traveled 17 92 hundredths meters. Hope that explains everything if you're just looking at the PowerPoint and we're a little confused.